everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel Budget with Bliss. My name is Katie and this channel is all about keeping myself accountable with my budget and finances by using the cash stuffing method and creating general financial well-being. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're having a lovely day. It is Sunday the 22nd of December today when I am filming, and this is the very first budget with me video that I have done with my actual salary, income and all my outgoings. So I'm going to go through how I plan my budget for the month. It's payday for me tomorrow and I have the brand new personal budget planner from Rainbow Budgets and Plans in front of me here. So we're going to set this up for my budget for this month, and yeah, I'll just kind of talk you through what I do. So let's get into the budget planner itself. So I'm not going to be setting up all of the budget planner today. So there's like goals and all these kind of bits and bobs, budget categories, fixed expenses, sinking funds, debts, all that kind of stuff in the beginning that you can kind of set up and use throughout the year to keep a track of your spending, your saving, your debt, side hustles and all that kind of stuff. Today I'm just focusing on the budget, the income and the outgoings that I'm planning for this month. So I have already set up the calendar, as you can see. So my budget this month will run from Monday the 23rd of December until Wednesday the 22nd of January, because my payday is the 23rd of each month. I put myself a little note here that it is a 5-week month. So I will be cash stuffing 5 times this month. And although my budget kind of here finishes on the 22nd of January, I probably won't cash stuff until around about the 26th of January. But as the bills and things like that will come out like direct debit, that will all be in January or next month's budget. So yeah, I like this planner because it is completely undated, and even like the days of the week, you can choose how you have the layout. Some people like a Sunday to Saturday, some people like Monday to Sunday, which is what I prefer. And then I just pop the little numbers, dates in the little circles, and yeah, any notes you might need, just put down the side here. But yeah, normally when you see like my last budget binder, this one, which I absolutely love, I'm not going to get rid of. May come back to it at some point, you never know. But my previous spreads, you'd see all the transactions across this calendar page. I'm not sure if I will continue with that in here because each month has got its own, where is it? Transaction log here. So I could do it as a nice list instead of putting it onto the calendar. So yeah, I'll see how I go. But the familiarity of the calendar spread might keep me inclined to go with this. The boiler has just kicked in. I think my other half maybe have jumped in the shower. So apologies for that if you can hear it. But yeah, so this is like the budget bill tracker page on the Rainbow Budgets personal budget planner book. So this is where you would list all of your outgoings and income and all the separate categories that you could possibly want to categorize each little bit, each payment, each outgoing, things like that. Sorry about the sun. And then you have a cash breakdown here as well. So if you are a cash stuffer like I am, you can write your little categories out and then say how many £5, £10, £20, £50 notes you might need to withdraw from the bank, just to kind of make it easier for you. I don't use that because I just kind of go with the flow and change up if I have to. And then you get 5 of these each month. So if you are a weekly budgeter, which I am a weekly cash stuffer, you could fill these out each week. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how I plan for the whole month. So I will do the whole month in one go, and then I will break it down into weekly budget for the cash stuffing, because my priority is my direct debits, all of my bills, Expenses that cannot be avoided, like petrols, I need my car for work. What else is important? Things like car maintenance, some sinking funds, like I won't scrimp on really either. I will try and make sure I put at least something in there before we get to the fun stuff, like the events and the long-term savings and things like that, although they are priorities for me. The other stuff all comes first, like making sure I've got, you know, the mortgage paid and all the other kind of bills I need paid up first. So let's get into it, shall we? Just flip this over. Hoping that's going to be all right for me to write on. So kind of doing this slightly on it. I like to write on the huh. So I think that's quite a Norfolk term, on the huh maybe, but on the wonk really. So yeah. So I've seen my payslip for this month, so I know what I'm getting from work. So my salary this month is £2,139.13. Now I also have a standing order come in every month from my dad for £3.75, and that is because we have a Spotify family plan, but it's my mum's like main account. So my half sister, my mum and dad separated, my half sister is on the Spotify plan, so my dad pays like her contribution towards it, so that's why I get that, and then I pay that amount and my amount to my mum every month, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the income that we are definitely getting this month without fail. So I'll just add that together. So it's £2,142.88. And I just want to say, we are a dual income household, there's me and my other half, but I only budget for myself, my bills and things like that. We don't really combine our finances, not at this stage anyway. So yeah, I'll kind of talk you through it as we go. So coming up to like house bills, this is what I categorize it as. All of the direct debits in terms of our electric, gas, council tax, mortgage, TV license, water, I think that's everything. All of those are through my partner's bank. So I send him each month, it's £500 in total is what I contribute towards all of our bills, plus our mortgage overpayment. But recently, well I say recently, it's probably in the last, actually it's nearly a year now. In the last year, I have a savings account that's got like 6% interest on it. So £150 of what I would normally pay to him, I put straight into that account because we were overpaying on our mortgage, but we can earn more interest in savings than we would by chipping at the mortgage. So that's what's happening at the moment. The £150 is like taken off there. So I send him £350, and then I have the mortgage overpayment. Oh, that's in the wrong category. It needs to go into the debt category over here. So here, mortgage, I'll just put OP for overpayment, and that's 150. And then on the mortgage itself, we have an extra £150 overpayment being paid on the direct debit. So yes, the way we kind of split out our bills, I know it doesn't sound like a lot that I'm paying, like £500, but my partner earns significantly more than I do. So we have split it into like ratios. So he earns roughly twice as much as I do a month. So he pays twice as much towards the bills. So he pays 2/3 and I pay 1/3. That's how it kind of works out quite fairly, I think. And we've kind of both got similar amounts of disposable income. In terms of like ratio and stuff. He has more bills than I do, in terms of like payments, and he has to pay child maintenance and things like that. So that's another reason why we don't combine our finances just yet. So yeah, the house bills come out at £350. I have a lifetime ISA payment that I've now started to pay, which is only £20 a month, but that goes towards my retirement, and the government topped that up 25%, so take everything I can from them. I have a phone bill every month that is £7.99. That is just a SIM only contract. I bought my phone outright like 5 years ago. So I also have a bank charge for the type of account I have, which is £2 a month, but I also get £5 in rewards from them roughly every 35 days. So it's not always on a monthly basis. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. So that kind of cancels that out. But yeah, I don't put it on my income. It's just goes into like a buffer, like I don't budget for it. Because yeah, like I say, it's not always every month. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. I have to wait. So that's £2. And then I have life insurance, which is £12.03 a month. And then Spotify, which just goes actually straight to my mum, is £8.50. So that's for me and my sister. And I have Poll subscription, which is again is a direct debit. I wouldn't say it's like a fixed expense, because if something happened with my finances, it'll be one of the first things to go, because it's not a priority, not a priority payment. I mean, I'd probably lose my marbles if I did have to stop, but in terms of keeping a roof over my head, it's not priority. So that is £127 a month. And then petrol, which again I say is a fixed expense because I need my car for work, can't get away from that. So it's a 5-week month, and I give myself £35 each month, so it's £175 in the month each week, yeah. And then this month I've put it as fixed expenses rather than debt, because although it technically is, but it is just clearing my credit cards in full. So that it's the amount that I've put on the credit card in the last like 30 days, and then I clear it in full when I get paid. So credit card number 1 has got a whopping £228.19 on it. Whoops. And credit card number 2 has got £79.92. So there are gig tickets on here, and also actually this budget book, which is ridiculous, is on number 2. But yeah, it's going to be paid off tomorrow. They'll both go back to zero. So let's work out what all of that is. So 350 plus 20 plus 799 to 1203 850 127 175 228 plus 0.19. I forgot the 19. And 79.92, £1,010.63p. Okay, so if we do £2,142.88p minus 10.10.63 leaves us with £1,132.25 for the other categories. Cool. So variable expenses. So these are things that again aren't particularly essential, but they're things that I budget for every month. So spending comes under here. So I give myself £15 spending each week. It's a 5-week month, so that is £75 this month. I have a beauty category, and I give myself £10 a month. And eating out has 40 a month. So that is that. And then we have annual savings. So these are things like car insurance, MOT, the service charge we have for the ground maintenance where we live, and things like that. So at the moment I'm doing the savings challenges in that blue binder with the shells on. So yeah, it's just all one category at the moment. And then when the challenges are done, they separate them all into their own category. So annual savings, we're putting in £100 this month. Christmas, also getting 100. Rockfit, I don't really know which category to put this under because I guess it's not really savings. It's more like putting money into my little side hustle, but I don't know where else to put it. So it's going under there, and I'm giving myself £100. And then we've got gifts and birthdays. It's getting 50 this month. Okay, right, let's add up these categories. So 75 plus 10 plus, 75 plus 10 plus 40 is 125. So that leaves us with £1,007.25. And then we've got 350 here. So 1007.25 minus 350 is 657.25. Okie dokie. So variable savings. So these would be things like events, gigs, and all that kind of stuff that I save up for each month. So we have Centre Parks. That's getting 40 this month. My partner's birthday. Is getting 100. And then we have Valentine's, which will be here before you know it. It's mad. 30. And then I've got the wardrobe, which is only getting £10, which I'm budgeting for this month. So that is 140, 50, 60, 70, 80. So where were we? 65725 minus 180 is 47725. Right, and then we've got, the extra debt. We've got the mortgage overpayment, which is going into that savings pot to generate more interest. So 477.25 minus 150 is 327.25. And then we have long-term savings. So that is the 6K challenge and also Minesweep. Those two long-term savings challenges that we're doing at the moment. 6K is getting 200 this month. And Minesweep is getting 45. Why is this not looking like it's adding up right? 45 is 245. And we've got 327.25 minus 245. It's £82.75. I've gone wrong. It should be a zero budget, so I don't know what I've done wrong here. I've either left something out, or my adding up has been incorrect somewhere. Let me try and work it out. Okay, I'm back. Right, so I do not know how, what, where or why, but I'd missed loads off of my notes when I was writing out the budget and then following the cheat sheet. The cheat sheet was mega wrong. So let's just go through it again. I really apologise. This is like the worst budget with me you've probably ever seen, and probably why I shouldn't do this. So the income is fine, that's right. So we've got house bills, we've got lifetime ISA, phone bill, bank charge, life insurance, Spotify, poll, petrol, credit card. I forgot to put on my Apple subscription, that's $2.99 a month. And my Rockfit instructor subscription, that's £20 a month. So let's add that up. So 350 plus 20 plus 7.99 plus 2 plus 12.03 plus 8.50 plus 127 plus 175 plus 228.19 plus 79.92 and 2.99 and 20. Okay, that in total is £1,033.62. Taken off 2,142.88 leaves us with £1,109.26. Okay, so these were all correct. So 75 plus 10 plus 40 is 125. Taken off of 1109.26 is £984.26. The annual savings was all right at 350. So 984.26 minus 350 is £634.26. And then I also forgot some categories in the variable savings. So I forgot, we're going to see Papa Roach. So there's £35 that's going towards that. So we've got 140, 150, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 215, I think. So 634.26 minus 215 leaves us with £419.26. Minus the overpayment on the mortgage of 150 leaves us with 26926. This is looking much more like it. And then we've got 265 going into long-term savings. Minesweeper should have been 65, not 45. So minus the 265 leaves us with £4.26, which is our buffer for like the end of the month. Oh, blimey. So yeah, that is my budget. It would help if I wrote down things correctly on my cheat sheet. But I also have a spreadsheet as well, which is where I initially do all of my kind of calculations, because it's got formulas and things in, so it's nice and easy. I don't have to use a calculator for that. But there is nothing like writing it out in paper to kind of keep you, I don't know, keeps me more accountable. And then what I will do is those that are not direct debits and those which are cash categories, like petrol, spending, beauty, annual savings, all these kind of one, not that one, but all of these, which you normally see me cash stuff every week, I will then go through and I will look at when they need to be done by. So for example, Centre Parks, we need that completed before we go to Centre Parks, and that is going to be before the next payday. So I'll then work out how I need to cash stuff those over the next 5 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever it needs to be, and work out a weekly payment. So what I will do for this week, because it is a 5-week month, so this week in the actual column I'll put in what I will cash stuff this week, and then on the next page when it's next week I'll just fill out the bits that we're going to be cash stuffing for each week, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I have to see it. For me, I have to see everything monthly. I need to see what I've got left after all of those bills come out. They don't all come out on the same day. I try to get them out as close as I can to my payday, so that once they're all out, I then haven't got to think about them, and whatever's left is mine to do whatever with. But there's some that don't come out till like the 6th of the month, which is like in the middle of my kind of pay. So I do have to see everything laid out like this first before I can even consider splitting it into weekly. So I hope that makes sense, and it's a bit of an insight into how I do my budget. I don't know if I'll continue to do these every month because this one has gone like absolutely disastrous. But let me know what you think. Was there anything you would do different with your budget? Is there anything you do differently? And what are the reasons why? But if this has been helpful for you, then yeah, I hope it has been. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.